Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear viewers, you're all my brothers and sisters in my religion, Islam. And we say that because, as far as everybody knows, that we are all born from mother and father. And if we go backwards, like grandfather, we will come out to the last or the first father and mother of everyone. And everybody knows that. They are Adam and Eve. These two persons, Adam and Eve, our father original and our mother. We after that, all we came from, like children of those two people. Therefore, we are all brothers and sisters. And as a message, messages from Allah has been sent, as everybody knows. So many books, holy books came, and messages through these messengers came, and as it is recognized in most of the holy books, the Torah, these are the famous books that they are mentioned in our holy books. The Torah is for this came with Moses, the prophet Moses. The message came with him, and the book was a Torah. The second one was the Bible came to with Jesus, the prophet Jesus, a message from Allah. And of course, the creator. When I say Allah, it's the creator of the whole universe. Everybody's, he created Adam and Eve and everything in the whole universe. So Jesus, with the message, came with the holy book of the Bible, the words of God, Allah, the creator, the one creator. And we know his story. He came in a miracle way, as Adam and Eve being created from nowhere. If we go back and we will ponder a little bit, when we say Adam and Eve, who created them, they cannot have come just by coincidence. Of course, there's the more miracle and the stronger miracle that we could say about Adam and Eve is God. Those people that he created them from nothing, and he just said, be, and they've been, just being, like that, like it's a word from Allah, from the creator. Everything can be created by Allah by a word, can you imagine? Our mind will not accept this reality, but it's there. We have to submit. And the message, if somebody, then let's say continue with the story. After Jesus, and he'd been provided by Allah, the creator, with miracles, as everybody knows. It's in their holy book as well, the Christian, the Bible. It's there that he used to, do so many miracles, Jesus, raising the dead, like people from death, they become alive. This is but with the God's permission. Without God, he cannot be there. No, he cannot perform the miracles. And all the prophets, other prophets, being provided with miracles from Allah. This is just to show the people that the Creator can, give power to somebody normal person. So, you see what I mean? Otherwise, if we think that this guy, he has a miracle, or he has something skill that nobody can do, then we can call him a god. In this world, if we see somebody so clever, or he can do something, or he can do magic, like any magic, we could say that he's a god, because he's performing something that nobody can do. And we know maybe it's a trick or not a trick, like it's a magic. We believe in a magic. There is a magic, but this is sometimes this magic, as God mentioned, that it's not from him. It's there. The magic, God created the magic, and people, they are using it to baffle the minds of people. So, and we know that those normal people is provided with these magic, not because sometimes they are clever. They are using the what you call it, the other world. There's like people like normal human being, and God created another people. It's called the jinn. It's all there in everybody's holy book. Jinn, it's another people that they are created from what they say from the fire, and it's there from fire or from something that we cannot see. Of course, it's all mentioned there in the holy book. If somebody wants to go, and I'm not a scholar, so I'm speaking in general because I'm not, very strong in my knowledge. But I'll give you what I've learned and what I've read. And of course, you have much more better resources than me. If it is interesting to you, is to go to the internet and check so many resources. I'll try to put some resources in the channels that I'm now talking about, but you can do your own search and find the real truth, and find, because there's so many people are more experienced in this field more than me. Of course, my background is civil engineering. Is totally different than preaching, about religion and so on and so forth. So please, if this is interesting to you, go ahead and check it out. This is important. We live here, like I'm saying this story in short. We live here for a short period of time, let's say 60, 100 years or more or less, sometimes 10 years, 1 year. Babies are born and died, like teenagers born and die, and we are all gonna die, at one certain point, as God promised. So everybody's gonna die. But him, he will be, the one, he will judge us if we believe as well in the day after. So many people, they don't. I don't know why. They have their own reason. We cannot say, this is his reason or this is that her reason. There is a lot of people, probably, unfortunately, arrogance, or some people are showing off, or their pride doesn't let them say, yeah, there is a God who created us. They want to be superior. Some people, when you look at them, when they talk or then they walk as if they are the only people are alive and everybody is below them. And we know from the history, like people like Pharaoh, the Pharaoh king of Egypt, or in the previous time, like a couple of thousand year over plus was there, and we know that God, how he punished him in lifetime, and he will punish him in the day after. And his story, and his body is still preserved until today, and God, he made it as a sign for everybody to see that, and God said, I'll keep his body as a sign for everybody to see, like how he died and how did I punish this person in life, and he will be punished as well in the day after in hell, not in paradise. So we all know, if somebody doesn't believe, it's up to them. I cannot force anybody, but this is the reality, because it's God say that, and we've got to believe, because if somebody create us with this intelligence, we better believe him, when you say there's a God. But we cannot see him, and he said nobody will, because our mind and power and limitation, physical limitation, it will not reach to the level of God existence, to see him in person. And that's what he mentioned as well in his holy book. Anyway, let's, we don't want to go divert in so many topics. And as we know, the message came after Jesus, was the messenger Muhammad, peace upon him, and peace upon all the messengers came before him. He came with the message and the holy book of Quran, as everybody knows about. And the message it was the Islam. Islam is meaning peace, total submission for God and Allah, the Creator. And this message, it's the same message that came with Jesus and with Moses and all the prophets. It's the oneness of God, the oneness. That means only one Creator, even one Creator. There's no human being, a partnership with Him or any other God. There's only one God. And God said, mentioned in one of the verses in the holy books, that if there was two gods in the universe, they will be fighting with each other to control each other's, position. I need to get control of the earth, and this guy want to control the other. So there's only one God. That's what he said. And he said, if there is two God, there will be fighting. So you'd better believe, logically you'd better believe. So God brings so many reasoning and so many ways of looking at the whole concept of creating this universe. So many people, why He doesn't bring only one reason? Because we are not all the same level of thinking and believing. So God brings so many reasons and so many examples and so many ways for you to be convinced. He doesn't want to, force you. He will not force you. He needs some people with total submission by their will. That's why He created us better than the animal. We have a mind that can think and they can choose the best for you. So your mind, when you work it out, it's not like animal. They don't know what they are doing. I mean, of course, some of the things are built in them, like taking care of their kids or whatever, like some animals, we know it. This is the gods has created them with this, existence specification. But let's say the animals, they cannot, intellectually think, like a human being. And God mentioned that the best creator for Him, for intelligent and a creature and with top specification, He said that it's the human being, and with his mind that he can choose the right, the wrong. He can choose his way of living. He can choose whatever he likes. But by the end of the day, he will be accountable of what he's doing, bad or good. So if he's gonna do bad, He will punish him probably in here in this life, and definitely in the day after. And if he was doing good, of course, he will get the paradise and all the best life in eternal life, as you know. I don't know whether you know it or no as well. Maybe some of the religions, they don't believe in eternity life after death. Well, they can go to the internet and search, and hopefully they will find the truth. And I wish and I hope, I hope sincerely that everybody will be, saved and go to paradise. But Allah's word, in most of all whole, holy books, that some people they will never believe, and I have, take the judgment that they will not believe, because He knows, God, He knows the absence, He knows the future. He knows the future for everyone. I mean, okay, now you'll say, no, how come God that I might, turn from bad to good or from good to bad? How does He knows? He knows everything. He knows what is in your heart, and He knows the future. So when He say this guy will go to hell, He knows beforehand that you will be diverted by yourself, and you need this road, and He knows it. That's why he decided, not decided, He knows your destiny. So He knows, this guy he's going where, and that guy he's going to paradise. And so finally, I sincerely, if you're interested in this topic, don't just rely on my words and my explanation and my analysis, because everybody has different mind. So my humble advice and my humble request to you is, if this is something for you, and it must be something very urgent in our life, that we need to to believe and to live happy in this life and in the day after, inshallah. Wish you all the best, guys, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you for taking the time to see this video. All the best to you, and take care of yourself. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum.